Welcome to Story Time. Here is the recap of the movie Beast, where a family finds themselves savagely chased by a bloodthirsty, devilish beast. In the hot nights of the savannah, a group of poachers ruthlessly track lions. But that night, the hunters in turn became prey. Recently widowed Dr. Nate Samuels and his teenage daughters, Meredith and Nora, arrive at the Mopani Game Reserve in South Africa for a vacation. Nate is reunited with his old friend, Martin Battles, a biologist and manager of Mopani, who introduced Nate to his wife. He takes them to the village in the house full of memories where Nate's wife grew up. Later in the evening, he confesses to Martin his guilt for not having come to his wife's funeral. He too is torn by his separation from his wife, after which she developed terminal cancer. This trip is supposed to reconnect with his daughters. The next day, Martin and the family visit the restricted areas of the reserve. Martin shows them a pride of local lions and being very familiar with felines. He notices that one of them is injured. Vultures devour something in a van. Later, in a neighboring community of Songa, Martin discovers that most of the population has been massacred. Suspecting a rogue lion is responsible, they rush to report the find. On the road, he meets an injured Songa but are helpless and unfortunately unable to save him. While tracking the lion alone, Martin is severely injured by this raging monster. Enraged, the lion then attacks Nate, who takes refuge in extremis in the car. Meredith speeds away, but the van crashes into a tree, trapping them in place. Suddenly, Martin contacts them using a walkie-talkie. He warns them to carefully stay away, telling them that the lion is using him as bait to attract other humans. Since the radio isn't strong enough to contact help, Nate assembles the only available weapon, a tranquilizer gun. He valiantly confronts the lion, hoping to subdue him long enough to retrieve Martin and return to civilization. The courageous Meredith takes advantage of the distraction to launch herself alone in search of Martin. Nora stabs the lion with a tranquilizer dart after knocking the gun out of Nate's hands, causing the lion to retreat. Meredith brings Martin back to the car and Nate tends to his impressive room. As night falls, a recovering Martin assumes the lion has become a man-killer after poachers killed all of its troops. Nate is nightmarish in his memories and his fears. They will be awakened by the same poachers who killed the furious lion troop. They initially agreed to transport the group to the village in exchange for payment. Tension mounts after poachers spot Martin, an avid anti-poacher, inside the car. Like lightning, the lion attacks and disperses the poachers, mercilessly killing most of them. Nate sets out to find the keys to the poachers' van. The lion rode and Nate will narrowly escape him by climbing a tree, before throwing a snake at him which will make him turn away. The van's horn will save him in extremely as he hides in the water. He finally finds the keys and warns his files by walkie-talkie. Back at the car, the lion attacks again and hurts me. The car falls into a ravine and Martin sacrifices himself by setting off an explosion from leaking gasoline, badly burning the lion. After ascertaining Meredith's condition, Nate starts the truck and flees towards civilization. They notice the lion troop that was familiar with Martin. At an abandoned school the poachers were using as a base, Nate tends to Meredith's wound, then leaves to fetch water. Like a ghost that comes back to haunt them, the lion appears and tracks down the girls, determined to take revenge on all victims. Hearing the screams of the girls, Nate returns and shoots the bloodthirsty animal. locking his daughters in a room, Nate is determined and promises to return after challenging and overpowering the lion. Luring him into an opening, Nate lures the beast to the local lion territories that Martin has helped raise. In the ensuing struggle, the lion mauls Nate, nearly killing him. The dominant lions intervene and kill the miserable rogue lion who has dared to intrude on their territory. A Mopani worker arrives and saves him as he falls unconscious. Waking up in a hospital recovering, he tells his daughters that he loves them and that their mother is very proud of them. Some time later, the three return to the reservation, this time as a united family. They recreate the photo that Nate's late wife took of herself next to her favorite tree. Thank you for enjoying this exciting film with us. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell. See you soon on Storytime.